I'm here presenting one of my latest projects developed in the Amazon and also running an art and science program named Art Proxima. We created together a project BioWaves. That was a project that was gathering in a single vinyl, music vinyl, the information of brainwaves from humans and the audio acoustic from whales that find the meeting point in the DNA, and we made the sonification of the DNA to have this music. The difference I found it here is that here the acceptance of that thinking is more clear, and nothing happens about the possibility of making money through culture. What's happening in Europe is that we are always trying to find the resources from the social taxes and from the government, and I think it's okay. Obviously, the government should support that, but sometimes there's not enough money for all the artists that are making and doing a good practice. So what I think is happening here is that they are very conscious about where the talent is. They invest the money in that, and I think it's very clever and positive for the ecosystem of culture.
Here we have our guest today. Salim, can you please introduce yourself and some projects that you're involved in right now?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for inviting me to this conversation. My name is Solimán López. I'm an artist living in between Paris and Spain. I'm here presenting one of my latest projects developed in the Amazon and also running an art and science program named Art Proxima. I invited 16 different international artists to talk together and to work together in the intersection of art and science.
Great. And what brought you here today exactly? Can you share a bit more with the viewers, like what are you trying to create in this corner with your community?
So I'm in conversation with Zina Seeker after 3 years now. I was participating in the previous event that she did, this Puzzle X that was taking place in Barcelona. From that moment, we created together project BioWaves. That was a project that was gathering in a single vinyl, music vinyl, the information of brainwaves from humans and the audio acoustic from whales that find the meeting point in the DNA, and we made the sonification of the DNA to have this music. And then after that triggered this new opportunity to expand the visibility of the connection between art and science, and it's because we create this space.
That's definitely a hot topic now, cultural innovation. And what do you think, with your background in Europe and your expertise that now you develop in United Arab Emirates, how would you compare creative economies in between two regions? What trends do you see? What kind of difficulties?
I was thinking about that recently in a very deeply way, because what I'm thinking, universities are amazing, but in a way we are doing kind of capitalization of the thinking. Everything is organized economically, talking about the knowledge that we have. So if you have much knowledge than me, you will be gaining more money than me. That's the logic as society works. I think that it's okay, but I think that in terms of when we are talking with art, I think that we have to respect things in a different direction. The difference I found it here is that here the acceptance of that thinking is more clear, and nothing happens about the possibility of making money through culture. What's happening in Europe is that we are always trying to find the resources from the social, taxes and from the government, and I think it's okay. Obviously, the government should support that, but sometimes there's not enough money for all the artists that are making and doing a good practice. And finally, the culture is not to share the money with everybody; it's to share the money in the things that are relevant. I mean, for example, in football, you have 11 players in the field, in the pitch. You don't have 20. Because the game is like that, and you have the better ones. So that logic sometimes never happens in culture, and they are sharing the money with everybody, and finally real cultural product. So what I think is happening here is that they are very conscious about where the talent is, and they invest the money in that, and it's very clever and positive for the ecosystem of culture.
Yeah, definitely. We see a lot of heritage-driven approach in Europe, I feel, but here it's more innovative-driven, which definitely brings more capital into the industry. And the last question is, what is your mission in the space in general? What drives you every day, and what makes you do what you are doing?
So I think that as artists, we have an important voice to share with the society. And I do believe that this voice is shared also with scientists, with biologists, with many other people who is in the knowledge, in the building of the knowledge. But I think the art is a very special space to put everything together, to create a social impact through a good practice. I do believe that contemporary art is amazing, it's an amazing ecosystem, but sometimes I miss a lot of good points with topics to share and to defend. I think that we are also passing through a very critical moment with this planet. I think that there are a lot of things we have to change. We have to redesign everything. And in that direction, I think art could be also an amazing, trigger to make that change happen.
Thank you so much for the interview. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much.